Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you're having a good one. I had a lot of news to get through during today's Crypto Minute. I couldn't get to it all because I had to make an announcement. Um, some of you will probably be not so pleased. Today is my birthday. So tonight I will not be having the normal Friday flips. Um, Sorry about that, but I'd like to enjoy my birthday a little bit. So that's what it's going to be. I also found out that I'm calling Joaquin later to take care of his problem. Somebody else said that they had a problem, but instead left a note, a public note, instead of doing what Joaquin did, which is, hey, I know you guys are still working on it. Love what you're doing. And reached out and said, hey, I have a problem. And what happens? He's going to have me actually call him up on the phone and actually work out the problem. It's a purchasing problem it's with a problem with our shopping cart, on the website. Not a problem, right? He signed up the other day. Credit card went through just fine. I think he's having an issue signing up for the class, which is in a special space for us. So we're going to go find out about that. But, I like the way he handled it. He's showing, serious loyalty. I got to say thank you. Thank you, Joaquin. Even though you choose violence every day. Let's get to the news. So Bitcoin miners, I told you guys yesterday that, OTC counters have had an influx of Bitcoin. That influx has come from Bitcoin miners. And CryptoQuant is saying that, hey, those Bitcoin miners are selling. And that's where that money came from. That's where that Bitcoin came from. And usually that signals a downward signal. This time, I don't know. I mean, what he's saying, what CryptoQuant was saying is true. He, she, they, I'm not sure who they are. But what they've been saying is true. So it's going to be interesting to watch, right? Because there are other people that are saying, hey, we're 2 months out of, our Bitcoin bull run, which actually makes sense. When you look at the cycles, it rings true, which would mean that what CryptoQuant is saying rings true, right? But this market is so different that I just don't know. I just don't know that I can put stock in all of the news and everything else that points us to, hey, it's just like, this bull run, that bull run, whatever. I'm kind of like, I think we're coming close to what they used to look like, but this bull run's not like any other bull run. I'm also wondering, why do people keep saying that there'll be another bull run after this? I'm losing faith in another bull run after this. Hear me out. I'm not losing faith in the crypto space. I'm losing faith in this whole idea of bull run. I think we might actually have to rejig that. And the reason why is because, again, this market is unlike any other market with the level of adoption, the level of integration, the level of investment, the level of awareness. We've never had this before. So if you look at all of those things, you put them all up here, what it equates to? Normalization. As simple as that. At some point, that volatility and those wicked rises and wicked falls, it used to go like this, right? I think now they're going to start going like this, and they'll be smaller. And over the next few years, they'll keep getting smaller, and they'll kind of smooth out, right? Because they'll be normalized. So I'm just looking to see, well, what's the path to normalization, and try to figure out, well, what would those peaks and valleys look like, right? So I'm doing things like looking at how the various fiats around the world reacted to each other, because that's how you would compare crypto, right? There are different fiats, there are different cryptos, and you just see how everything plays against each other, what the world economy plays against, all that good stuff. The introduction of CBDCs, the hatred of CBDCs, just the tokenization, just a whole bunch of stuff comes into play. And I'm just like, wow. Like I said, 5 years ago, nobody was talking about tokenization. Absolutely not to the level that we're talking about, tokenization now. So I just wonder what that is all going to mean when we start talking about, when we start comparing bull runs and start doing equations. Now, is there going to be another halving? Yeah, of course, there'll be another halving. But is it going to be the same? And that's where the difference comes in. Because if miners have to make money, and you're already seeing miners say, you know what, I'm going to hedge my bets. I'm going to look over here and I'm going to get into AI. You've got Riot Farms that's trying to, I mean, Riot that's trying to, you know, using hostile takeover tactics, you know, buy out Bitfarms. Bitfarms doing all kinds of things like dropping poison pills, purchasing another company to make it more difficult. Riot Platforms is in it to win it. They're not going to go away. You might as well just negotiate a better deal. That would be my consulting advice to Bitfarms. Negotiate the best deal possible and count on every single executive that works there to not have a job. I know it's foul, but after putting up this kind of a fight, once they get bought, that whole squad is going to get iced. Even if it's golden handcuffs, they're going to get iced. Bye, Felicia. No more decisions at this company. Toodles. They'll be roped into, you know, the Riot way of doing things. And that'll be it. That's what I think is going to wind up happening. Other big news is Tron. You know, not Tron. Well, it's sort of Tron. It involves Tron. Justin Sun has USDD, a stablecoin, right? They recently sold, or the DAO sold all of the Bitcoin, or just about all of the Bitcoin from the reserves. And now, you know, that stablecoin is mostly backed by Tron, TRX. And I'm just sitting here and I'm just going, whoa. I've never used that stablecoin. I probably will never use that stablecoin. I have no reason. I would use PayPal stablecoin first. Does that tell you something? And I don't plan on using PayPal stablecoin. But just trying to understand why that move was made. So I think it's something that, you know, if you're holding Tron, if you're holding, you know, the stablecoin, something you should be aware of. Something you should be aware of. That safety net, not really there anymore, at least not to me, right? You have a stablecoin, you have a regular coin, and now your stablecoin is backed by your regular coin. That to me is no reserves. Not putting money into that. Sony. There's been a lot of talk about, you know, Sony's involvement, right? Let me peep my notes for a minute. Hold on one sec. Let's see. You know what? You guys come along with me as I check my notes. So here's Sony. Who was it? Sony Electronics. Yeah. That's so. On July 1st, I told you that Sony acquired crypto exchange Amber Japan, right? I told you that. Then, previous to that, that was the note. That was the first note. That's something else. Sony Bank ventures into developing a stable coin. Wow. So yeah, Sony's been looking at this for a minute. And I've been wondering, so like, what's going on with Sony? And a lot of people were saying that, you know, Jasmine was involved with Sony. Well, that takes care of that, doesn't it? That takes care of that. And I'm sitting back and I'm just listening to things, paying attention to things, you know, and I'm just listening and just going, yeah. See right here, a star chosen again, this time by Sony for Web3 Incubator. Back in time, because I knew I had it. February 17th, 2023 was when I heard about a star. So now, a star wasn't the choice. A star was not the choice. You want to know who the choice was? The choice is optimism. The choice is actually, Ethereum. They're using optimism's tech to create an Ethereum-based layer 2. Ethereum and Optimism are the biggest winners, but really Ethereum, right? Doesn't matter how you create your layer 2, just matters that you created a layer 2 on Ethereum. So a star, don't know where that is, don't know what kind of involvement they're going to have, anything like that. But not shocking if you're looking at the chain of events with Sony, you've got to sit there and say, well, wait a minute. They bought an exchange. Now they're coming out with their own layer 2. Obviously, it'll be listed on that exchange. Instant legitimacy, but also it's Sony, so instant legitimacy. They had a Web3 incubator with a star, but I don't know if a star joined its incubator or a star was a part of the incubator program in terms of being one of those that are being used, to create Web3 tech. Maybe the star is still involved. Don't know. But I do know that Sonium, that's the new layer 2, is coming out, and it's based on Optimism and Ethereum. That's nuts. That's big, big, big news. Because that means they're 2 feet in. So now you have to say to yourself, they have the exchange. They've got their, network. So does that mean their gaming system is going to start using Sonium? Holy moly. Like, I'm not even playing. That's huge. That is Toncoin level huge. Right? Sony's gaming network is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Got to show it some respect. Tip that hat. So imagine if you want to buy things, special things within whatever, and you have to use Sonium to do it. They could do something. I'm not saying they are doing something like that. I'm saying, but they could do something like that. And that would be absolutely nuts. That would catapult Sonium from being 0, possibly over $1 billion in a heartbeat. It could land Sonium. If they do anything that connects Sonium to any one of their flagship products, electronics, gaming, PlayStation. I'm just saying. That would be ridiculous. Ridiculous. I mean, you're talking about, you know what? Let me do a search on how big is Sony's gaming network. I can close that because I'm curious now. I'm curious to know how big is Sony gaming network. Ooh, 123 million paying customers. Paying. That's huge. That's huge. Is it the same as Telegram? Let me see. Telegram, I think, has 1 billion, doesn't it? Telegram has 900 million users, mostly free. Sony has 123 paying customers. So Sony already knows they'll spend money. So adoption right there, and they have an exchange. So imagine tying the exchange to their gaming network and introducing Sonium. Holy moly. Holy flippin' moly. That would be ridiculous. Want to know something else that's ridiculous? So Russia plans to launch 2 crypto exchanges and a BRICS stablecoin. What does that even mean? What would be in the reserves? The ruble? No. Would it be a fiat from any one of the BRICS nations? A combination of fiat from any one of the BRICS nations, half of whose economies are tanking or have tanked. What are you going to base that stablecoin on? Right now, I need to confirm if that's a thing, but I've been hearing whispers about it for a while. This isn't even the first time I've spoken about it. That BRICS is thinking about doing some kind of a blockchain thing. What is it going to be based on? It's going to be interesting to see that play out. It is going to be really interesting to see that play out. Now, the other question is, So would that be the thing that they trade amongst themselves, amongst the BRICS nations? Because I don't think the nations outside of BRICS are going to accept that nonsense. They'll be like, yeah, nah. You give us something that we value. Send us gold, silver, platinum. Send us, Bitcoin. Send us something. But that, yeah, nah, we're not going to take that. Good luck. So imagine you have a whole bunch of failed or failing economies trading on the same thing. Like, what does that actually do? Just saying. Just saying. Now, Australia, here's something interesting. Australia had taken the local operator called BitTrade, which is the local operator for Kraken, to court because they were offering, what is this, margin extension products to retail clients without first making a target market determination. You know what that means? That means it was a credit vehicle. That means you were able to get credit using that particular product. Or masking a credit vehicle, it sounds like. Oops. That's kind of a big deal. And they lost. I mean, the government won. Kraken's local lost. So that's interesting to me. Anyway, you know what we should do? That's right. We should get into the numbers. We should absolutely get into the numbers. Let me get my notes out of the way. So the crypto fear and greed index is at 34, down from 39. DeFi Llama, 93, up from 92 yesterday. $93 billion, 93.63. Then you have Bitcoin rising a little bit. It's at 61,113. Again, we're still within this tight squeeze area. You see my blue band between 57,686 and 63,719. Yeah, still squeezing right there. Still squeezing right there. If you're looking at the big board, there are a lot of things that are on sale. I mean, heck, to me, seriously, damn near everything's on sale. Damn near everything. Is anybody noticing Cardano? Is anybody watching? Am I the only one that's watching Cardano? It was just a few days ago, it was 33 cents. Just a few days ago, I was talking yesterday about how I was up 10%. I'm up damn near 20% now. I'm up like 19 and change. And that's just over, the purchases from a couple of weeks ago. Now, people will say, oh, that's not a lot. It's not a lot. When was the last time you made 20% on your money in a few days? What? Please. Just saying. But I'm looking around and I'm just saying to myself, there's a lot of stuff here. And I have to say, there's been a lot of resilience that I've seen out of Shiba Inu. I saw an article, what was it, yesterday? And they were like, is Chainlink, gonna crash? It hasn't risen, it hasn't done anything. It went up from 10 to 11 and a half. There was a little bit there that it was in the $9 range. And you're writing an article about the world's largest oracle. Really? I'll never trust your writing again. Dead serious. You know what I was actually thinking? I was thinking about, as I do my research, that I collect all of the writers whose articles I like or don't like to see if they show up again, to see what kind of articles they've written. Like I see an article that I like and then dive into what are all the articles that you've written and make a determination on whether or not I trust your articles. That would be interesting. I'm gonna look into that. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say I'm gonna look into it because I have a lot of things that I do during the day, and it's a ton of work to do. And I'm just wondering if that would be a good idea. It's sounding really good. So instead of following the news outlets, follow the writers. You know what I mean? Because that's who makes everything. One of my friends, he went to junior high school together, junior high school, then high school. We went to John Philip Sousa when we were younger. Then we went to Bronx Science, and so we've known each other for a really long time. So yeah, it's the writers that do everything. It's the reporters that do everything. So I'm like, well, let's see who wrote it. Let's see if they're a real reporter. If they're a real reporter, do I like that reporter? And, are there, what's their rating of articles? Just pick a reporter. Just pick a news outlet that I like maybe, and then go through all their reporters to see like who I like, who I don't like, and go see if they've, are they exclusive to that outlet, or they also write for these other outlets and see how they do things, like compare what they release and where, you know, I think that could be an interesting little thing. You know, even if I just pick out 10, you know, just pick out 10 and go through it. I think that's interesting. Then you have, if you just want to look at the numbers going straight across, Ethereum is not doing well. It's not doing well on the year to date. Not doing well. It's still in the green year to date, though. I mean, I know people in the stock market that would be thrilled if they got that number year to date. Just saying, just saying. But it's being blown away right now by Bitcoin, which is being blown away right now by BNB. I keep telling people, don't sleep on BNB. Do not sleep on BNB. Here's Solana up 42% for the year, at 144. Okay. Am I buying any more? No. Nope. Have a big enough bag, and I don't say that about anything. Would I buy more Toncoin? Yep. I think that's what I need to do too. I need to sit down as another show. I need to sit down and just go through, you know, the coins that are out there. Like for the next couple of weeks, just take a block of coins and research them right there on the spot. And like, do I like them? Do I not like them? That might be interesting. And start with like the top 250, and you know, and maybe do like, maybe pick like five coins, and then let the audience choose 2 coins that I research. That could be interesting. Let me know what you think about that idea. That would be, I think that could be interesting. Shiba Inu up 38% on the year. Wow. Bitcoin Cash up 35% on the year. Ooh. Polygon down 45% on the year. Lordy. Heard some news yesterday about Near Protocol, and they're implementing some new tech. So I'm expecting some moves out of Near Protocol very soon. This could be the start of it. Like, look, if you look at the 7 days, 24 hours, like, I think that's a part of it. So up 27% for the year. So there's some interesting news. But anyway, everybody, remember, today is my birthday, so tonight I will not be doing Friday flips. I'm going to enjoy my day. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to enjoy my day. I have some work to do, but I'm going to enjoy my day. Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on Crypto. If you like what I'm doing, do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Become a member. Members get benefits. I mean, I know we're new. I know we have issues. I know we're trying to shake them off. We're trying to get everything working smooth. We're even revamping the interface because we don't like the interface to the website. I mean, we like it, but we think we can do way better, especially since, you know, a lot of people have been asking for an online version of the crypto tracker, which I did not get to today. I think that's where we're going at the moment. I think that's literally where we're going. I just want to see like what's going on. So updated. Ooh, not a lot on the loser side. On the winner side, there's a lot. Avalanche, BitTensor. Who else am I paying attention to? Phantom, as in Phantom Wallet. Psy. These, I mean, because they're all, this whole list is upward momentum. Never heard of Carry. Never heard of it. Must be brand new. Look at the market cap, so low. Gala made a move. Just wow. Wow. Aptos. I mean, there are a lot of winners on this side. There are a lot of winners. A lot of winners. It just flipped too, because the Arkham was up here and now it's down here at 25 at 7%. So yeah, there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of positive movement going on today. So we could actually watch Bitcoin go up today. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. Remember, tonight there will be no Friday flips. I'll be back Sunday. And we're preparing for the class on September 1st at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't gotten your seat, please do so. If you have a problem, you can reach out to me directly on IG, Grow My Bag. And we're changing things so you'll be able to reach me sooner. I mean, I'm public. I'm out there. I've got people that watch the show that have connected to me on LinkedIn, connected to me on Instagram, connected to me on Twitter. So we're everywhere. We're everywhere. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto. I hope you have a good one. Enjoy.